Who listening?
The world, Craig.
I'm broken.
But having kids like that, because that's what people equate it to. That's the main thing. You shouldn't have them kids that are, is it that taxing with the money that you make?
Yeah.
Like to have that many kids.
Okay, I'm going to break it down for you, Peggy.
Okay, break it down.
In one given year, right, I've made $20 million plus. When saying I'm not able to provide like I once did, I was making $1 million in a week.
Cam Newton talks about the rumors of him being broke. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
When you hear the clip, I'm at a phase of my life that's going to require a different version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And knowing that I have kids and I'm not able to provide, that's not saying that I'm broke.
And that's one thing I gotta ask, just to make it plain and clear. Is Cam Newton broke?
Who listening?
The world, Craig.
I'm broken. Nah, hell no. Jokingly, no. No. To be able to have touched the money that I've touched, I'll be a fool to be broke right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, all the clips that I've been seeing is like, yo, all these financial literacy and financial guru, bro, don't use me as no example. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I go dollar for dollar with any one of y'all motherfuckers and understanding that, yeah, of course, having 8 kids, and my kids ain't the reason for anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you got all those kids, then you got baby mamas. If you're on one accord with the baby mamas, cool. Maybe you can find some way to work some things out. Maybe they won't all text you at the same time, but he's not touching the same money that he used to back in the NFL. I'm sure he can make, maybe 6-7 figures a year with content. Now he's on ESPN First Take podcast, so he's doing good within the media content space. But if he wants to go corporate media, you're gonna start to see a different side of Cam Newton that you didn't see 10 years ago.
It's really an investment.
Talk about it.
Come on.
Is it? But having kids like that, because that's what people equate it to. That's the main thing. You shouldn't have them kids that are, is it that taxing with the money that you make?
Yeah.
Like to have that many kids.
Okay, I'm going to break it down for you, Peggy.
Okay, break it down.
In one given year, right, I've made $20 million plus. It's not the flex, it's documented.
A lot of money.
$20 million in the NFL, you make all that money in 17 weeks.
Yeah.
Can you divide 17 divided by 20 million? Matter of fact,
That's
Yeah,
roughly
pull out the
like
calculator, bro.
$5 million a month, roughly.
Nah.
No, divided by 17, that's $1 million and 1.17.
so to
math
break
off
this
too.
clip down, when saying I'm not able to provide like I once did, I was making $1 million in a week.
Yeah, you go from making $1 million a week off and on for a few years. Again, now he's probably within the high 6-figure million plus range, not the pocket watch, just thinking about everything he's doing on content. And again, being a new addition to ESPN. Yeah, those checks hit harder now. You got to kind of see how everything's going. Your lifestyle has to be adjusted, inflation, everything going on in the economy. So you factor all that in. I know that clip may have been taken out of context. We're in a clip culture now to where you may see a 30-second clip and all of a sudden you try to put together the whole story behind it. But hearing him talk now, I knew it kind of made sense. He's not going to live the same lifestyle that he did in his prime years in the NFL when he grossed over $130 million in those 10 plus years of playing football. Things are much different for Cam Newton as of right now, and he's going to have to adjust. He may have to downsize a little bit if things get a little too rough. But again, as long as the baby mamas are under control, he's doing what he has to do, things should be good for him. He should be able to maneuver and hopefully carve out another solid career in content.
The graph that we were talking about, in the production was like a lot of these athletes make a lot of money early on in their life.
Correct.
And even if it plateaus, a lot of money that you're used to does not hit that mark. So I'm used to $1 million a month. What in the world could I do that can make me $1 million a month legally? So
Ain't
it's
happening.
not that I'm used to making that
week.
a week. I'm sorry, I keep saying them up. A week. Think about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I have created yet that can provide $1 million in a week. So when people hear I'm not able to provide like I once did, that's when I'm like, I have not made, in the last 3 years, making $1 million a week.
Yeah.
That's not to say I haven't signed a $1 million deal, but in a week?
Yeah.
Much different. Again, I'm sure he signed multiple deals, sponsorships. Again, I'm going to keep bringing this up. ESPN, what he's doing with corporate media, things that you've been hearing from Cam Newton recently. He's trying his best to, maybe not get $1 million a week. That may be kind of far out for him, but can he make $1 million every 6 months? Can he make multiple millions every year with everything that he's working on? I do believe he can do that. But again, how's the lifestyle going? How the books looking? So I'm sure he's working on that and again, trying to adjust that lifestyle.
And then you got, after those weeks, now in life, you got more time to make more money.
You got endorsements, you got all these other things that we're not
All
even
that
talking
money.
about that.
And why the crazy thing I was thinking about, why you own the TV,
I'm making money from it.
come on now.
But-
I'm just trying to say.
But in that moment, if we're keeping it a buck,
Yeah.
that was a vulnerable moment where I was honest. I still believe in that. Where it's like, yo, I cannot provide like I once did, but I've heard this quote and it always resonated with me. I would rather live the rest of my life comfortably like a prince rather than to splurge like a king.
That's why I keep going back to what's your current lifestyle. These athletes, they're making multiple $1 million every month. Things are looking good, but once they leave the league or leave their individual sports leagues, all of a sudden, things get a little tight in that bank account. So we haven't seen anything crazy with Cam Newton yet. And again, I know he had a lot of kids, know he got a lot of baby mamas. So you factor all that in. I know he's pocket watching his own bank account and checking the books constantly, like what's really going on. And then he has his production company. He has a staff. So not only having multiple kids, but you got multiple employees as well. So he has a lot of money, in and out that account. Hopefully everything's in line with them.
Have you been on a private jet with me, Peggy?
Have.
Realistically, how many times have you been on a private jet with me?
Not often. We fly commercial.
Fly commercial.
That's the biggest surprise people think when they see you.
Bruh, so how many cars do I have, Peggy?
You do have a lot.
How many cars do you see me drive?
One or two out of all the cars.
Out of those, with those cars, what kind of car is that? And I'm not saying this to flex. I'm saying this,
You drive a regular pickup truck.
a regular pickup truck. What year is that pickup truck, Peggy?
Like what, 16, 15?
2000 and, I believe it's a 2018.
18, my bad. Yeah.
2018. What kind of car do I drive,
downsize.
Peggy?
What, old school.
Old school,
Yeah, I ain't gonna give all the details.
right?
I ain't gonna be checking
I drive an old school car.
Yeah.
Now, with that being, I'm saying that because there's really idiots that's out there that hear this and see this clip and they go in, ain't nobody tell you to have all these kids in the first place. Ain't this the same dude that goes into a strip club and compete and have a money war with another man? Yeah, but understand the most that I've probably ever spent at a strip club, Peggy, and I'm just being honest, has probably been around $6,000 to $7,000.
Hey, that's a lot of money though. That 6 to 7K would be great for a lot of people, but Cam is in a different tax bracket. So his struggle may be his last $2 or $3 million, for example. The average person struggle, they may be paycheck to paycheck. Oh, they just spent their last $700-800 on rent and bills and all that, and they pretty much stuck for the next 2 weeks. So again, it's levels to being broke as far as a multi-millionaire is broke and your average person making 30 to 50,000 per year. So I hear what he's saying. And again, we're in clip culture. So that 30-second-minute clip of him talking about he's not able to provide like how he used to, having him break it down like this. I know they're not going to cover it within the media, but, I'm subjective. I can, call Cam out on the whole Joy Taylor thing, but I'm going to report on this as well. I'm going to keep it fair and honest.
I remember when I did that. That was a Super Bowl event when the Super Bowl was in Arizona.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money being spent. Yeah. But guess what, Peggy? That same weekend, you know how much money I made?
How much?
$350,000.
Balance it out.
In a weekend. That's
In a weekend.
Yeah.
So when you really come down to the brass bolts of really, I could spend it.
Yeah.
I still got that money. You see what I'm saying?
But I had to ask you that though. You touched over $100 million plus during your career. like during that time, obviously you changed your spending habits, but during that time, what did Cam Newton spend his money on during the time playing in the league?
Assets.
Elaborate on that.
Assets meaning appreciating assets. Have a real estate company where every single property, every single business that I own the land.
Yep, good move.
And we're not going to really get So, but that's
banking.
not liquid cash.
Yeah.
Because people just think, man, you touched $100 million. Why you don't got at least 50 million of that in the bank? No, it's in
Never do that.
appreciating assets. If I spent X amount of dollars on the building fellowship, which is my premium cigar lounge or restaurant, which has the capacity to smoke, I own the land.
Yep, owning land, real estate, stocks, crypto, however you want to invest, that's key. So yeah, he may not have $20, $30 million he can just pull out the bank, but he has those appreciative assets to where, I can sell a plot of land and, if things are a little rough for me in like 4 or 5 years, he can, get 100, 200, 300,000 from that property or from that investment of real estate. So it looks like he may have invested his money correctly. But again, people see that 30-second clip. They see all the baby mamas, the competing in the strip club. You can't blame people for, talking about a public figure based off what they're seeing on social media. That's just where we're at with it in 2025, bro.
So if the business fails, I still can sell the building and get more than what I paid for it. You feel me?
I gotta talk about this though, Cam. Even with you had a cushion, $100 million cushion. All right, 90 to 95% of the NFL makes between $2 to $10 million. All right, during their career. Like in your unique position, and most of these guys weren't. Like what's some of the advice you would give for somebody like that? It's like 2 to 10 mil. You made double their salary in a year versus what them making in a week.
Yeah.
But what they made in the whole career,
Like this-
how should they live? Because there's a lot of players that we have seen in teams that they
glad
balling
you
out
asked
hard, and I'm like,
For
bro,
sure. And you've seen it.
yeah, I seen it.
You've seen it. Like for example, like you'll see a person pull up in the Bentley and you're like, damn, is that the star player? Like, hell no, that's just a special teams
You
player.
tweener on the practice court.
But I'll say this, having the money that I've had, and people will say this, and you got to be very mindful of who you take advice from, because there's been a lot of people that's been getting exposed saying that these are these tax gurus or these, investment gurus, and they finding themselves in prison because it's a fraud.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, I still invested money and lost. And it was invest your money, put your money in stocks and bonds and things like that. You're talking to a person, this is my deal about stocks and investment. It's still an investment.
Yeah. Speaking from someone with real experience like myself, even though I'm nowhere close to the money Cam is making now and made in his NFL career, but I didn't have those meme coin investments, the poop coins to where, it's going up, it's going to keep going up. All of a sudden, if you don't take profits or whatever, you're going to miss out and lose a lot of money. So definitely, like when it comes to some of the meme coins and the meme cryptos and all that, you got to be careful. Everybody out there that's trying to get their feet wet in the stock and crypto investing game, know what you're doing, because you could lose it all. Your hard-earned money, your retirement fund, it can go quickly if you don't know what you're doing, or if you take advice from these quote-unquote financial gurus.
It's still a risk. So this is what they're not going to tell you. You get 2%, 3%, 7% on your stock or your mortgage. Like, put your house up and do it. I don't got to do that because I got the King remedy, and that's cash. Like, I ain't got to invest my damn money. Like, I don't have, this goes back to spending power. I don't have to invest because you're investing to gain. I'm just investing to maintain. It's a difference.
Yeah.
You gotta elaborate.
You're investing to gain. I'm investing to just maintain. It's like, if I can have, like, the thing about being in my tax bracket, the only thing that kills people is taxes.
Yeah.
Got to pay them taxes.
So that's how you go broke. You don't go broke because you just have these splurging yachts and houses and this. You go broke because you don't understand the value of how to use your money to pay your taxes. Because everything that that $1 million a week year, I got taxed damn near 7 million, 10 million, if not more.
Yep.
So it's a
come to
flex
10
to make
quick.
the money, but it's also what my baby mamas don't understand, what my friends don't understand, what my family members don't understand, what the fans don't understand, what my foes don't understand, what the people who hate on me don't understand. It's like, bro, no athlete just goes out there and be like, I'm gonna buy a Ferrari, then a Bentley, then a this, then a that, and I'm gonna buy my mama house, I'm gonna buy that. You can do all that, but you also gotta pay your taxes.
Yeah, taxes are one of the key ingredients for an athlete or people that make a lot of money. They go broke like that. That's why you see a lot of people with the tax evasions, not paying taxes for 10 years, leaving it up to their financial person to handle that. All of a sudden, you seen what happened with Steve Harvey. He had tax bills from years on top of years, and he had to grind it and work his way out of that financial IRS hole. So yeah, if you don't pay your taxes, rich people, that's going to come back to bite you. You think you may get away with it this year and next year. 5, 10 years from now, you're going to have a huge tax bill.
And that's what they don't know.
Yeah.
Because when the IRS come knocking on your damn door,
It's
and they
over.
say, hey, you got state tax that you got to pay. Hey, you got federal tax that you got to pay. And you're backed with child support that you, man, all the things that I've been through in my life, I was just lucky enough to be able to have had people that could not necessarily relate, but they could advise me.
And that's pretty much all you need. People in your corner that may not know everything, but not trying to lead you in the wrong direction or put you in a financial hole. So that's where we're at with Cam Newton. He's not broke. They just took the little clip out of context. He got real estate. I'm sure he's heavily invested in other things. So, he had to debunk all those rumors. I know he got the baby mamas and all the viral clips of him, how he's spending his money, but seems like he got everything under control.